Hey guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? I'm just watching a video by, who the frig is this guy? I think it's Moose on the Loose. Oop, sorry. Yeah, it's Moose on the Loose. Trump drops economic nuke, 50% treaty tax slams Canadian. Okay, I stopped watching a lot of this political stuff, but this here got me interested because I knew this was coming. Basically in Canada, I'm going to get some chicken. I'm freaking hungry and I want some chicken. Basically in Canada, we have, I got everything right. I don't want to do like I did last time, do a mic check. Frig sakes. We have this law in Canada, or this bill that was passed, called the Digital Service Tax. Basically, if you're not Canadian broadcaster, the government taxes you some bullshit like that. It's really unfair. We all say it's unfair. It's actually hurt a lot of the content creators because there's a Canadian tax that we have to pay from our US earnings, and YouTube themselves take income tax off of our earnings, which makes sense, right? Because YouTubing is theoretically a business. I won't call it a job because I don't feel like it's job qualifiable. It's not a job. A job is where you have a manager or a boss telling you what to do, how to do it, and when to get it done. They're the ones running the business. Where YouTube, you're the business operator. You're the one calling the shots. You pick up the camera, you talk about what you want to talk about, you film what you want to film, and you produce the final results, right? Right. Therefore, not a job, it's a business. Get over it. So every tax time, I'm going to say, let's just say, I think mine came in March. I get a W-2 form from the US, from Google, stating that they billed me X amount of dollars in tax. Here's my total earnings on YouTube. Here's how much money they took. So when I do my tax time, I literally have to report that to my accountant. They do the mathematics, figure out if I'm owed or I have to pay back. And that goes with my T4 from work because everything's registered under my name as a business, and that's how I do things. So I have to pay taxes on the videos already. Not a big deal. And then of course, with the Canadian tax credit, or the Canadian DST, there's more taxes that come out, and then all that gets played against my income, and in the end, it either helps or hurts. Now, I 1000% understand why this is a thing. I left my window open a crack. Good thing I got a craving for chicken, because my windows, there's no wet in here, but when I fired up the engine, I totally heard it through the window, and that shouldn't have happened. That should not have happened. Anyway, let's get going. Are we clear? Now we're clear. So right now, Trump announced, actually the bill passed in, I don't know how things work in the US with bills, because they're like, the bill passed with a voting of 215 to 214. And this bill is called the One Big Beautiful Bill or some shit like that. I don't know how Trump names these things. I think it's funny. But like, I don't care because, like I've said in the past, I do YouTube because it's fun, not because there's money to be made. But what this bill is it literally affects all digital content creators. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram influencers, Meta, if you're an influencer on Facebook, you know, anybody who's earning money off of these platforms is subjected to a 50% tax basically from the US. So like last night I'm streaming and I had somebody come on the stream and say, oh man, turn off. I usually set the ads to conservative, which is the lowest setting YouTube will allow. And I don't know when they play. YouTube as of May, I think it was May 13th, there was an email sent out saying we're changing the way ads work, and now we're going to be populating ads in the mid-rolls of your videos regardless of settings. You can still add more ads, they said, but they will be putting them in as they see fit. So we have no choice anymore. Ads are going to roll with or without partnership. Doesn't matter. There's ads on every video. If you don't have partner, YouTube takes all the money. If you do have partner, you get that ad split. So what's going to happen now is this US, basically it's because of that DST from Canada. That's one thing that Trump's pissed off about is If it ain't Canadian, we're taxing the shit out of it. Hey, that law came out in 2014, the Digital Service Tax Law. So dumb. And it affects American broadcasts in Canada. You want to put your American shows in Canada, you're paying a tax. If it's Canadian media, you walk away free, eh? Well, Trump ain't putting up with that, so he thinks, and I 1000% agree with him. Like, YouTube is an American company. I don't know where the heck it's based out of. I want to say California area, but maybe New York. I don't know. I never looked into it, never really cared. I know our YouTube headquarters in Canada is in Toronto, and we have one in Vancouver. But yeah. As far as YouTube's main headquarters, it's somewhere in the US. It's a US business. It's a Google business. Therefore, why should Canadians be able to freely make content and profit dearly from it, right? I get that. Because Americans can't make content and profit from it in Canada. It costs too damn much money in friggin' digital service taxes. And I know there's a bunch of people who are like, well, that's how it should be. America's so big, they're so rich, they can afford it. Well, no, you want fairness? You need to be fair. So what Carney needs to do is, if he actually cares, which I probably don't think he does, is drop the DST, start working with Trump, and get that there taken care of. Because that there, I don't care. I'll still make videos. Right now I'm making a video a day just because, like, I have stuff to talk about. But like I said, if I ever run out of stuff to talk about, I'm not forcing these vlogs. I'm gonna cut back. But like, if it ever came down to it, I'm still gonna make videos. I don't care if I don't make money. If I could turn off the ads, I'd turn off the ads. But YouTube now forces adverts on every video, and there's no choice about it. But what's gonna kick people in the ass is all these people who were working a 9-to-5, working a real job for a boss, collecting a paycheck every 2 weeks and all that shit. And then all of a sudden hit YouTube fame or hit Instagram influencer fame or whatever the case may be, quit their Monday to Friday, and then just kind of went full-blown influencer. I'm going to be a Twitch streamer. I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to do this. This is how I'm going to make my pay. And now you're about to get a 50% wage cut. It's like you're making 20 bucks an hour at McDonald's, and all of a sudden they just roll up on you the next day and go, yeah, your new rate is 10 bucks an hour. Hopefully you can survive. Now imagine if you were a YouTuber who did this in the great boom of YouTube back in 2015. You survived adpocalypse, which is still somewhat lingering. Like, the ads are nowhere near how good as they used to be. I remember in 2017, the whole reason why I bought the truck was, I was vlogging daily. I was making good money on YouTube. Got the new job. That's why I bought this truck. I was making about 800 bucks US a month, which is like pretty damn good in Canadian terms. I was pulling in some pretty good money for what videos I was putting out there and how many views I was getting. And then, 2019 adpocalypse hits because of everybody just like being stupid. And the money just tanked. I think it was 2019, maybe it was 2018 when that hit. But yeah, imagine if you quit your job, you became a YouTuber, you survived adpocalypse, and now you're subjected to the one great bill tax. 50% of your ad rev is now taxable income to the US government. You're Canadian. 50% of your Canadian money that you're getting from an American company is taxable. You're losing that now. There's no way to get that back. If you do your income tax, I'm sorry, but the Canadian government ain't about to reimburse that kind. Forget that noise, because there's no way they could afford to. Some of these YouTubers make stupid money. Yeah, we can both fit. You're fine. Figure it out. It's not my fault some asshole parked on the side of the road. But yeah, that's going to kill a lot of channels. A lot of people are going to fold and go out and get a 9-to-5. I am so glad that I got a job when I did. And I just do this here for fun because honestly, I never considered YouTube to be lucrative, and I've said it multiple times in the past that this social media shit, do it for fun. If you make money off of it, cool. It's mailbox money. Don't expect it to last because it's gonna come crashing down, and it looks like now it is. Anyway, guys, I'm at Independent. I'm gonna run inside, grab my chicken, and I'll be right back out. All right, guys, we're back. Holy, that took a while, but I don't know what the frick happened. Normally when I order chicken wings from there, usually I just get like a box with wings in it. For some reason, I'm watching the guy and he's filling up 2 separate boxes, and I'm like, what the frick is really going on now? 2 separate boxes with wings, and then he puts them in a brown paper bag. So I don't know if I got my wing count right. Price was right. Price is expensive, mind you. Like 3 pounds of wings for 28 bucks. Holy crap, inflation's a bitch. But whatever. But yeah, for some reason I got a bag and 2 boxes of wings, and I don't understand why. The only thought I can think of is they didn't have any big boxes and they're 2 small boxes, and there's like 11 wings in each box or some shit. I don't know. I'm not too worried. And I also bought a case of Monster because why not? When I'm at the grocery stores and I can find the 12 packs of Monster, I like to get that. It's a better deal. But no, going back on topic of that whole new one beautiful bill thing, for me it doesn't affect me. Like, the YouTube money I make is so minute. Like, I maybe get paid once every other month. Sometimes it takes me like 2 months. So it's like I start my month in January, February, and then March I might see a paycheck. And it's not really that much. It's if I was doing this as a business, I would have quit a long time ago. If I was doing this for the money, I would have quit a long time ago. But I don't care about that. It's exciting when you see that you're getting a paycheck come in and going, oh, yay, I'm getting $120 on the 21st. This is sweet. That's an extra $120. What can I use that for? Where can I put that money? Like, what can I buy with that? What kind of toy can I buy with that? And that's what I ended up doing this month was I bought a streaming mic. Oh, this guy really wants to get around me, so I'll just let him go. Friggin' Nissan Versa, buddy's like just rugging the throttle to beat the old Ford. If I would have dropped the hammer, he would have just saw smoke. Probably because I would have blown my head gasket. But no, for me, it's like the mailbox money is exactly that. I get it, and I'm like, oh, what can I spend the money on? Do I want to buy some fishing gear money that's just free money? Do I want to buy some fishing gear? Do I maybe want to treat a friend to a dinner? Like, because I've done that in the past with the YouTube money. Took a friend out for dinner or something. Just whatever. Just who cares? It's free money. I like making the content. Doesn't affect me. But what channels are going to get? And even Moose on the Loose said, if this goes through, I'm done. I am done. I won't be able to do this as a living anymore. I won't be able to afford to live off of this anymore. I'm going to have to get a job. And it's like, wow, when reality sits in. And if you've been doing this for a super long time and you haven't been working a job, you imagine your resume? Like, unless you're going into like news broadcasting or reporting or something along those lines, you imagine trying to get a job where like you had a background as a welder, but you let your welding certificate expire and never renewed it because YouTube is life. And now you want to get back into the trades and you got to go back through all the certification. I don't know what the heck that takes. If it's just writing a simple test, showing a simple demonstration to prove that you're capable, and then they give you back your ticket. I don't know how that works. I honestly don't. There's people that are going to have to do that in Canada if this bill is actually gone through. And that's what I don't understand. Guys, US people watching this. Okay, the bill was voted 215 to 214. Yes, we want that bill. But then the article reads, so if the bill is passed, well, they voted it 215 to 214. To me, sounds like the bill was passed. What else is there involved here? Like, what else is involved in passing a bill in the US? You don't just vote on it and it's yay or nay and then she's active? Like, well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm not American. This guy's gonna let me go first? Are we gonna try and both fit? No, I'm just gonna go for it. They always say you let the person on your left go first, but we're both on each other's left, so I guess you just do what you gotta do to get shit did. Meanwhile, there's like no parking on the side of that road because of the bus route, but whatever. We won't talk about that. People do whatever the hell they want around here. It is the way. It's not like cops come back here and actively ticket people. There was a guy who had his friggin' Mitsubishi Lancer parked out on the side of the road all winter long, overnight and everything. Snowplow buried it a couple times. Never once saw a ticket on it. So, yeah, they put out threats, but they don't act on them. Cops are too busy dealing with other bullshit, like homeless people stabbing people at the park and gang violence at the friggin' No Daddy alleys. But yeah, so how does that work in the US with your friggin' bills? Like, you vote on it, it wins, and then what do you do next? Like, do you have to have a second voting? Do you guys sit around and have a potluck and talk about it? Like, what the frick, man? What the frick? Your confused Canadian would like to know how shit works in the Americas, because I have a really, really, really bad feeling that we're going to be part of you really, really, really soon. And by that, I mean before the end of 2026. I have a feeling we're going to be a part of you. Maybe even by the beginning of 2026 with the way shit's going. Because, yeah, I got some interesting information last night. I'm going to save that interesting information for another video because why not, right? Why not? When you got stuff to talk about, why just jam it all into one frickin' video? Make multiple videos, and that way there, you can have more content. So on dry days, you don't need to film. And then on happy days, you can film. But see what I mean? Normally I just got a box of chicken. This time I got a bag of chicken and a box of Monster. I like this. This is good. Get the white one, the pink one, the friggin' orange one. Yay, so happy. Anyway, I gotta put you guys away. It's currently pissing. Right now you're protected from the roof of the truck. I'll be back with you in a minute. But yeah, like I am 1000% in agreement with Donald Trump about the DST not being fair. Also this bullshit about Canada requiring 60%, I think it's 60, could be higher than that, of the media broadcasted on their platform be Canadian and not American. Okay, we have a lot of Canadian-born actors that live in America that are producing content. Do you know how hybrid things are? Even like with no matter how you look at it, in entertainment, in movies, in sports, not like, you know, what do you guys call it? NFL, I believe, National Football League. We don't have an NFL team, so we don't count there. We just do CFL, Canadian Football League. I don't watch football. I never understood the game. It's freaking weird, but not my thing. Anyway, but as for hockey goes, you look, people are like, oh yeah, the American teams are winning, but then you look at their team and it's made up of Canadian. It's like, it's such a hybrid environment with hockey. Like I swear there's more Canadians on the Boston Bruins than there are on the Montreal Canadiens, for crying out loud. So it's pretty fricked, you know? And you look at movies, like a lot of the movies out there, a lot of the actors are Canadian grown, living in Los Angeles, living in the media hubs, making them movies, starring big time. I'd mentioned Mike Myers, but we already know where he went. Elbows up, straight up into Diddy land. So good job, Mike Myers. Good job. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Woo, 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 woo. Hey, frig. I wonder if he pulled that move out of Diddy Party. But anyway, enough of that. But no, like I don't understand why they went and passed this stupid mandate that we gotta have Canadian content. And then, you know, on top of that, now you got the Carney government wanting to start mediating social media. And what that means is all these old conservative channels that I used to watch, like Moose on the Loose, Northern Perspective, Mr. Sunshine Baby, all these guys that would talk about the conservatives and really push them and show all the fumbles that the liberal government have made. Mind you, I kind of wish the conservatives got in, because if they started making fumbles, it'd be neat to see who takes up the throne, right? Because if you look at what happened in the US, there was a bunch of people when it was Donald Trump against Kamala Harris that were producing content. And they were ripping on Donald. No, they were ripping on Kamala, sorry. They were ripping on Kamala. And then Donald won and they just disappeared. And then a whole new group of people came in and started ripping on Donald. So it's like, would that have happened up here? All these people like Moose on the Loose, Northern Perspective, what's her name? Jasmine Lane, all of them. Would they have kind of disappeared and there would be a whole new group of people ripping on the conservatives? Probably, because that would be the new hot topic. Like, I'm not subscribed to these people. They just show up in the home feed on my Google Home, my Google TV. So I end up watching them because it's like, oh, well, that's a snappy title. And that's also where I've been learning how to title videos. Things have changed on YouTube. You can't just drop a video saying, check out my new go-kart. Well, you probably could, and people would probably watch it. But you can't just call it go-kart.mp4 or you know, you drop a title like, I went fishing today. Meh, but I went fishing today and you won't believe what I caught. Well, that's going to be like, well, what did you catch? What did you catch? You're expecting a big fish, but he reels out a bag of Oreos. The reason why I said a bag of Oreos is because that actually happened to me this one time, because people are disgusting and they litter in the bodies of water and it pisses me right off. So yeah. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with these content creators in Canada. Like, a lot of them, this is their livelihood. This is their bread and butter. This pays the rent. This pays the mortgage. This buys the food on the table. This keeps their family afloat. Literally creating content on YouTube. And you have two government powers fighting against you now. You have Donald Trump with the one big beautiful bill. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I saw it called that, and I was like, holy crap, this guy's naming conventions are great. And then you got Mark Carney and the Liberals wanting to censor misinformation. But in reality, what is misinformation? A lot of it is, okay, I get the titles that are like bullshit. There was one on Facebook where it talked about Joe Rogan saying, Joe Rogan's never going back to Canada ever again. And the reason what he said was he'll never go to a UFC in Canada again. It literally made him look out to be like this evil guy. Like they even had a picture of him looking all like angry and mad and like he's done with Canada. Canada can go suck themselves, you know, one of those things. And meanwhile, what it was literally him saying he loves Canada. He just doesn't love the government running it, the Liberal government. Had nothing against Canadians, but the way they turned it, the way they spun the title was misinformation, because if you only saw the picture and read the title, you'd think that freaking Joe Rogan hates Canadians. And that's not the case. He has no problems with Canadians. So it's just like the bullshit coming out of the news up here, saying don't travel to the US. It's dangerous for Canadians. It's dangerous for Canadians. I just had a whole bunch of people go to the US. They're back now. There was no danger. I'm like, so how was it down there? Were you treated weird when they found out you're Canadian? They're like, no, everything's fine. There's reports online of people who early bird or snowbird to Florida. There's people saying, oh yeah, we were treated like shit by the Americans, treated like shit. And meanwhile, like my neighbor does it. And I'm like, so when you were in Florida for winter, were you treated like shit? And he went, no. I'm like, so there was no problems? Like they know you're Canadian, right? And he's like, yeah, everybody there's cool. He's like, there's no problems. I left my tripod in the truck, didn't I? Or did I leave it oh, thank God. I didn't want to have to go out there. I always take this off so I can screw it onto the, so I can screw it onto the friggin' truck mount. But no, it's like, I don't know, man. Shit's getting weird. Shit's getting crazy. And last night at martial arts, we had one of the guys that came out. He's ex-secret services for the military. Like he was like PSYOPs, I guess, like special ops. Yeah, special ops. That's what it is. He would be like, him and like a crew of like 3 other guys would be like sent in to do a mission. And it'd be like all secret shit, and they would go and get the job done, whatever the job may be. He can never divulge what those jobs were, but so far everything he's predicted since I started Modern Arnis in 2023, sorry. Ever since, everything that I talked to him, and he's like, this is gonna happen, and then this is gonna happen. We're gonna see this, and then this. It's all come true. So when he dropped the bomb on me last night of what's coming up, I was like, holy shit. And I'm saving that for another video. But as for this video, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Sorry, Canada. I guess we're getting one beautiful bill, or one big beautiful bill, whatever the frig he's calling it. That's if it gets, if it gets passed after it was already voted in. I don't understand how that works. Like I said, leave a comment, let me friggin' know, because sounds pretty dick to me. Like if it was voted in, then, isn't that how elections work? You vote something in and it's in. But then again, with the way Canada's going, apparently they're finding ballot boxes that weren't counted, and the Conservatives just got another seat, and Carney lost another seat, and I don't know. This past election we just had is so scuffed. They should just scrap it and redo it all and do it properly, because obviously there was some scuffery going on, and it's just Scuffosaurus Rex, It's like the scuffiest scuffness that you've ever scuffed out of a scuffness of friggin' electoral scuffiness. None of that made sense. Just go with it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, like button. Questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.